newspaper. And just another point, Sourav Ganguly, I've seen him all day on the ground. I've seen him sit with 50 different people.
He's in different boxes all the time,
different boxes as well.
He just
didn't stick to one.
You've got to,
if you're the BCCI president,
chat to everyone, haven't you? Keep up appearances. This is fired in from Ashwin and hit away out to deep cover by Miller. Another single, just walks through for the single in the end. And you've got the Home Secretary in attendance as well, Amit Shah, father of the Secretary of the BCCI, actually, Jay Shah. And this is their home turf as well. Gujrat. In comes Ashwin. Shubman Gill shimmies down the track and then just plays it to short mid-wicket. No run this time. 7 to win still.
Don't think it's
14
happening
deliveries.
In this over. Don't think it's happening in this over, Nikesh. We might have to squeeze in another one here.
This one goes for 6 though. He's down the track and Ashwin just bowls a little bit shorter. It's cut away out towards deep backward point. Another single. 6 to win. Miller on strike. Final ball of the over.
Can he do it with the 6? Can he win the game with the 6 here, David Miller?
They want it. We want 6. We want 6. They're on their feet. They're calling for it.
Will he oblige? That's the big question. Will David Miller oblige the crowd? They all want the 6. They want to finish off in style.
In comes Ashwin to Miller, who goes for it, gets an under edge, and it's racing away down towards fine leg. It's not going to quite make it to the boundary though, and they will get back for a couple of runs. So Shubman Gill is going to have the opportunity here to hit the winning runs. He's going to be on strike for the start of the 19th over. Gujrat Titans needing 4 runs from 12 balls to win the IPL for the very first time, their very first season as an IPL team, and what a season it has been. You've got a South African and a Punjabi out there, but the Gujarati fans in the stands don't care. They're wearing the badge on their shirts proudly, and they are like the mob in the Colosseum in Rome, aren't they? Just calling for the head.
I'm sure you're pretty chuffed here, Nikesh.
As are a lot of, I'm on the fence here. I'm quite neutral when I'm doing this job, but lots of Gujaratis in the UK, of course, will be jumping up and down or getting ready to do so right now, just opening up a bottle of something quite nice to celebrate.
Yeah, this is brilliant. But what a performance it has been from an absolutely new franchise. They have done excellent work by picking the right team, getting the right combination when they had to choose the 11. They haven't really made many changes, a couple of changes here and there, and they've got pretty much everything spot on in this year's IPL. Absolutely brilliant.
In comes Obed McCoy, and Shubman Gill smashes this over deep backward square leg. It's gone into the second tier. It's victory for the Gujrat Titans. Shubman Gill hits the winning runs. The man from Punjab wins it for Gujrat, their first IPL title, their first season ever in this competition. New captain, and look at the celebrations out there. This is what it means to all these players. 17 matches later, 2 months later, Abhishek, we have a winner, and it's the Gujrat Titans.
And I think it's a deserving winner as well. The way they have played this year's tournament, they deserve every bit of it. And what a way to finish. Shubman Gill, what a shot. Just a little pivot on his back foot and hitting it over that fine leg region for a massive 6. Great finish, what a win, and absolutely deserving champions in this year's competition. The whole stadium is on their feet. They're getting a standing ovation, and they deserve every bit of it.
7 wickets, the victory margin, 11 balls remaining as well. 130 for 9 was Rajasthan Royals' effort. Remember, they won the toss. Sanju Samson won the toss, and he was cock-a-hoop, wasn't he, that he did that?
Yeah.
Used wicket. Looked like it was breaking up a little bit. It was quite dry. They expected it to take quite a bit of turn towards the second innings, which we didn't really see too much from Yuzvendra Chahal. Maybe the odd one, but not as much as they were expecting. They were just hoping to get some runs on the board, and in the end, they just fell 20 or 30 short, didn't they? That's the key to this game. They just didn't get enough runs.
I think the right decision was made when they won the toss. Rajasthan Royals, Sanju Samson, they made a choice of batting first. Always the best option of putting runs and putting that pressure back on the team batting second, but as you said, they just didn't get enough runs. Another 20-25 runs, I think this game could have gone down to the wire. It could have been a really difficult chase for the Gujrat Titans, but if you get 130, doesn't matter how the pitch is behaving. If it's slow, it's grabby, it's not going to be enough if you get that many runs on board in a final.
The fireworks blazing around the rooftops at the Narendra Modi Stadium. It really has been a fantastic atmosphere inside this stadium tonight. 120,000 people as well in attendance, probably the biggest crowd ever at an IPL game. Surely Eden Gardens would have probably had the record previously. It's much less capacity than that, but it's the second biggest stadium in India. It's been some occasion, hasn't it, Abhishek? I mean, the whole tournament as a whole, it's great to have it back in India for a start. Crowds have been allowed back in this year in almost full capacity throughout the tournament. I mean, it kind of got gradually a little bit bigger, the allowances towards the end. And what a finale as well. We had the big build-up with Ranveer Singh of Bollywood, A.R. Rahman, world-famous playback singer, Oscar winner, in attendance and performing at that opening ceremony. And then two sides here who have been magnificent through the tournament, haven't they? We've talked about the Gujrat Titans, but a quick word on the Rajasthan Royals as well. Joss Buttler has been outstanding, yes, we know that, but Sanju Samson, just his second season as a captain at this level, has performed brilliantly well. They've used Yuzvendra Chahal, top of the wicket-taking charts, Prasidh Krishna right up there as well. They've had some real good performers in this side, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. When you have the purple cap holder and the orange cap holder from the same side, you know the team has done really well. And again, it's been a very good performance from all their players. It's just a crunch moment in today's game. They missed out. But overall, it's been a terrific performance. Sanju Samson has led the team so very well. He's a young captain. He's got to the thick of things from last season, and he's led the team really well. And I think in the next couple of years, we'll see them, Rajasthan Royals, picking up a trophy or two for sure. The way they are playing, the way Sanju is leading the side is great for Rajasthan Royals.
As it is, though, the celebrations out there are all among the Gujrat players. It is Gujrat who are the winners of the 2022 IPL. They're just getting ready for the ceremonies out there in the middle, and what a season it has been for Hardik Pandya and his boys. Simon Mann.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Nikesh. Yeah, it was comfortable in the end for Gujarat Titans. They have dominated this competition, and now they get the chance to celebrate. Not really push that much in this final. What we're going to do is we're going to hand to the French Open tennis in around about 6 minutes time, but we're just going to wrap up events here before we go, and then you'll be able to download our thoughts and some more thoughts later on the Test Match Special feed on a podcast. So Rajasthan Royals, it was not to be for them in the IPL final. They won it in 2008 when Shane Warne was leading their side. In the year of Shane Warne's death, they reached the final, but on their big day they were not able to come up with the goods. 130 for 9 from their 20 overs, and Gujarat Titans winning with 11 balls to spare by 7 wickets. Laurie Evans and Abhishek Jujunwala and Nikesh Ragani have watched the match today with me, Simon Mann. And for a final, you want something dramatic, really. You want something exciting, you want something tight, and you perhaps want a pitch that helps you produce something tight as well. What about this? Let's talk about the surface first up. What about the surface for this final, Abhishek?
Yeah, I think they could have done a lot better. It's not a surface which you want in a final. You want a surface where the batters can play shots freely. It's a big scoring. It's a big scoring game where 200. The batting team gets 200, and the team which bats seconds get 210 chasing it. So yeah, that's exactly what we needed for a pitch, but unfortunately it hasn't been the pitch which was required for the final.
But was that about, okay, so Rajasthan making 130, how much was that the pitch, and how much was that good bowling from Gujarat?
I think it's been a very good bowling performance from Gujarat, but as we said, they didn't bat really well either. They could have shown a bit more intent. I think because of that occasion, and also that they are in the finals after 14 years, it's all got a bit too big for them, and probably that's one of the reasons they couldn't transfer what they would have liked with their batting performance.
Laurie, you played in a final not so long ago. You played in the Big Bash final. What do you need on a finals day, if you like? What do you need to make things work for you?
Well, you need some experienced heads, some calm heads. You need guys who are ready to stand up in the biggest moments, and that I don't think you can you can't train for that. You can't, experience. You can't go through that unless you've been there before and you've been there and done it, and you know what's required. Or like we've seen here with Hardik in his first year, he's just made of the right stuff, and I think that's showed today and showed throughout the tournament. Obviously, getting to this final is one thing, but winning it in the manner they have done is another thing. And he's led the way he's led the team, and in just today has been impressive.
Can a final just drift past you, Victor, almost before you know it as well, do you think?
Yeah, it can do. I mean, I suppose that's why teams like bowling first. Certainly in finals, people say runs on the board, but you're never out of it if you bowl first, I guess. So his thoughts at the toss were, well, we're happy chasing because we're not going to be out of it. Rajasthan Royals, they lost a couple of wickets, and they never really got going. So the final sort of disappeared for them once Joss Buttler got out. So would it have been different if they chased? Well, maybe, but on that pitch you wouldn't ever have seen 200 on